its flavor. It's sad, but a depressing story. Today too, we move forward to the next page, imagine it. I can see what the end will be like. I am disillusioned by the epilogue. You know that I can't save them. You're the outcome, it's up to you. If this isn't complete, then just go and say it. The time you spend here waiting will all be wasted. If this is how it all ends, then it begins again. If this is how our life goes, we'll continue to live. Ignored, I've lost all interest in that shitty little story. Burn it down, come and see, come imagine the next stage. If I could see this reality without any of my regrets, I would come back to my senses. Don't talk to me, this is not a dream. If you are at your limit, then go ahead and give up. If you want to run away, it'll never be too late. Don't you make excuses, don't be a stupid wimp. If you don't like your life now, change the way you live. Is your dream so trivial, you let it end so easily? What makes you think that you can't follow your dreams? Why are you scared? Looked like you understood those facts, but then the silence fell, and when the silence crumbled around me, I want it all to burn down right now. If this isn't complete, then just go and say it. The time you spend here waiting will all be wasted. If this is how it all ends, then it begins again. If this is how our life goes, we'll continue to live. Gazing at tomorrow, abandon it all. Change up the rhythm, searching out for you. Gazing at tomorrow, abandon it all. Change up the rhythm, searching out for you. The situation's twisted, everything is changing. The scenery has changed for better or worse.
Oh, I didn't see you there. Where the hell is my avatar? Where am I? Oh, oh. Where did I go? I think all of my avatars disappeared. All at the same time. It's going to be a conversation. Yeah, I know, right? Let me do... There I am. Unfortunately, the new model was not ready today. Well, welcome, everyone. And by everyone, I mean Stubby. And a couple of lurkers in the YouTube chat, or the Twitch chat. Taking care of business. We are getting things done. And today, is my re-debut. We're coming back to variety streaming. It's been a long time coming. Mostly because Gideon, you know, a 1-year-old, less than 1-year-old, requires a lot of maintenance and a lot of looking after. So now that we're finally back, now that we're finally, you know, in a rhythm where I can stream again, it's good to be able to get that schedule out. And traditionally, a VTuber will do their debut stream when they debut. But I didn't do that because I thought it was dumb. But now I'm like, you know what? Let's do one anyway, because I'm coming back. And I figure that I may as well. So, hello everyone. I am Leo. Let me shrink myself just a little bit. Princess is lacking in sleep, so she's not doing amazing. But who is Leo? Leo is me. My birthday is July 10th. I'm about 5'10", 240 pounds, and dropping. We're going to the gym. We're getting strong. We're getting sexy. Blood type, because usually people include their blood type with this type of thing. I have no idea. I have no idea what my blood type is. I speak English, of course, and then I understand a good amount of Japanese. I can read Korean, and I took German in high school, so very, very little on all of those fronts. My lore, my bio, was that Leo Dickinson was orphaned as a child and was discovered on the road by a cute, rich princess that took him in, and they grew up together, got married together, and now they have a son in Gideon. My goals have always been and always will be to protect my family and make enough money to support them. My family being my wife, Princess Arden. Those are all of her models to the left side. This one down in the middle, it's this one she's been working on for quite a while, but she never really got around to completing a design. She's still going back, deleting everything, doing it all over again. And of course, there's the baby is Gideon. There he is, right there. The big old baby. He is a handful, and I think he just woke up from his nap, which I think is going to piss off Mama, because usually he sleeps for like 2 hours. I'm sure she's going to just rock him back to sleep, and hopefully he stays down. Hopefully. But Gideon, our lovely son, has been a lot. A lot to handle. I love him to death, but he has not given us a good night's sleep in like the past week. Here we have all of my models, not including my Super Ultra HD 4K. I don't know why the quality of this graphic suddenly went way down. He sleeps like a baby. He sleeps for an hour, then cries. Yeah. That's exactly how it goes. So these are all of my different models, all of my different outfits. And you can see we have a great variety of them, including the female in the 3D all the way over to the side. But we have credits for all of these at the very end. And I plan on having more, but the new model wasn't done in time for this stream, which I was going to use, and it's adorable, but you know, I said the deadline was August, and it is now August, so it is what it is. I'm still going to be getting the model, and I'm going to be using it in the next upcoming days, so I'm looking forward to using that. And honestly, it's adorable. I got one for Princess as well, and I can't wait to use it. I was hoping to use it today. I haven't gone insane, and the first year of fatherhood is the worst, gonna get better. Oh, I can imagine. It's been very hard. And after this we have to go shopping for groceries too, but it has been something else. But yeah, my model wasn't done in time, so we just have these screenshots of my model as they're gonna be finished, which it looks great. I can't wait to use it. So Who is Leo? What does Leo like? What makes Leo tick? Well, I like winning. I like relaxing, chilling, grueling, and eating. My dislikes, I hate losing. I hate bugs. I'm very afraid of bugs, especially like the ones with a million legs. And I very much dislike Jello. Jello is one of the worst desserts I've ever had the displeasure of putting onto my palate. I will refuse to eat Jello. Yeah, the main Leo Dickinson channel is still up, or at least it should be. It wasn't taken down, was it? But I mean, yeah, it's right there. All of the stuff for it is up right now. And I got a lot more videos posting across the next week as well. But anyway, my hobbies include obviously gaming. We're all streamers here, we're all video gamers. I love football. My team is the New York Giants. Music, of course. I love listening to heavy metal, but I love listening to a lot of different music. Pretty much everything except for rap. Rap I can't really get into, but I like country. I like, you know, the K-pop, J-pop. I like heavy metal, of course, rock and roll, classical, basically every single genre. Every single genre of music. I like doing art, although I'm not very good at it. I usually just trace over things and call it a day, but that's where I'm at when it comes to my art. I love playing Dungeons and Dragons and Pathfinder, those tabletop RPGs, and I also really love playing board games. I have a huge board game collection, but we have friends to play them with, but usually when we play board games, it's like, hey, let's play this new board game that we got. So it'll take an hour to set up, an hour to read the rules, and then, oh, look at that, the party's over. Time to go home, everyone. So I have a lot of board games that I would like to play more often, but right now it's just me and Princess. Maybe when Gideon gets a little bigger and can understand concepts other than just rolling dice. Ooh, pardon me. Like I said, got very little sleep last night thanks to the baby. I might need to bring my wife her phone in a second, so I'll do a few more slides, or I'll poke my head out and see. But actually, let me go do that right now. I'll be right back. Because Gideon, usually he sleeps for 2 hours for his afternoon nap, but today he woke up a little bit early. Yeah, no, the main channel got a strike on like day 12, I think, but yeah, it's fine. So let's see, what's the next slide? Oh, my favorite things, of course. So when it comes to video games, I have a lot of different favorite games. I love Dark Souls, Slay the Spire, anything Nintendo, Mahjong. I love Mahjong. Anything competitive, really. But I get really toxic when I play competitive games. Plus, you know, because of the baby, I haven't been able to play a competitive game because you can't commit like a half hour, 45 minutes to not keeping an eye on the baby. You know what I mean? Like, maybe I could get back into playing Mahjong on this stream schedule, but even then, I'm good at Mahjong. Of course, I love EU4 as well. Oh, went a little too far. As far as my favorite bands go, my favorite band of all time is Battlecross. I had that, they were my first tattoo, their little weird logo thing. That's how you can't really see in the album art right there. But Battlecross, small band from Michigan, which I'm from New Jersey. So small band from Michigan is a little weird. But they have 3 albums. Amazing thrash metal band. If you've never heard of them, I don't blame you. They're a very small band. They've already kind of gone on like broken up / permanent hiatus type thing because I believe the lead singer wanted to like spend more time with his family. But good news is, but also bad news, because their band Finality was made by 2 members of Battlecross, Tony and Hirin, the 2 guitarists, except Tony went from guitar to vocals, and honestly, he's pretty good. But if he wants to go back to guitars, you know, I could start singing too. But again, small band from Michigan. They're never gonna tour outside of Michigan unless they get picked up by someone, you know. But again, really awesome thrash metal. Highly recommend Finality. They're amazing, but please go on tour. They're just so small though. They only had like 100 followers on Twitter and then they closed their Twitter account. Of course, you got to go back to the classics: Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, Megadeth, Baby Metal, another one of my favorites, Powerwolf, Disturbed. You know, those are all you know, coming through all of these except for Judas Priest. I have my Eddie tattoo. I have the Vic Rattlehead tattoo. I have Sue Metal on my bicep as well. I have the Powerwolf Wolf tattooed. I have the guy tattooed on my Heavy Metal sleeve. That's on my left arm, which is why my model has a tattoo, because my model and I are basically one and the same. We have very little in common, but we love the sumo. Yeah, I know, right? That's what brings us together. Speaking of, you know, something like that, I was actually just messaging Congo earlier because we've been friends for years, but the only thing we really shared in common has been the sumo until recently, because now we're going back and forth for an hour about like Uma Musume and oh, what are you doing with this horse? What are you doing for your deck? What are you doing for this? It's pretty funny. But to move on from my favorite bands, I mean, I listed pretty much only heavy metal bands here under my favorites, but I also love Tatsuro Yamashita, city pop artist. I love Scatman John. He's like a, I don't even know what to call him, jazz funk scat kind of guy. He's awesome. He's amazing. I love Christmas music. Trans-Siberian Orchestra is, you know, heavy metal Christmas, which is awesome. It's cool. I love so much music. I'm only recently getting into country too, because, you know, my wife has listened to country music all her life, and I never really listened to country unless it was like one of those big famous songs on the radio, which, I mean, those are like country pop, so it's not even that country. But no, I know he's... Where was I going? Anyway, let's get back to this. Foods, my easiest food, my favorite foods. Like it lists there, it's easier to make a list of what I don't like when it comes to food. Like I said earlier, Jello. There's this dish, chile rellenos, which is like a big pepper that's filled with cheese and potatoes and meat and whatever. I don't really like that. You would think I would like that because it's big gloopy cheese, but it's just too much cheese. I don't really like the chile rellenos. But my favorite foods, we have pasta, because I'm Italian, of course. We love pasta. I love barbecue. That's why we moved down to Texas for that barbecue brisket. I love pizza, of course. Again, I'm from New Jersey. We love pizza over there. And then, of course, we love burgers. Burgers are just easy to eat. They're delicious. They're amazing. And then, of course, my favorite pieces of my collection. That's not something that people really know about, is that I am a collector of many different things. Of course, you know, I'll go on my Magic the Gathering tangents sometimes during the sumo streams, but what I do a lot of collecting of is the card games, is the whatchamacallit, the anime figures, the manga, which I can't really afford lately, but some of my favorite pieces of my collection, I have this Ajin Polystone statue. It's so cool looking. I know it's small on the screen right here, but it's like almost 2 feet tall, and the anime itself is pretty good. I like it a lot. It's pretty divisive because it's like a 3D animated anime, so it doesn't look that great, but I really loved it. The Polystone statue, when it first came out, it was serialized 1 of 500, $500 for one. I had to buy it secondhand off of eBay for like $650, and nowadays they're even more expensive than that. Need to get a little nerdy sometimes. My next favorite thing is my my Super Bowl 42 commemorative football from the New York Giants, and part of the reason why it's one of my favorite pieces of my collection is because my grandma bought it for me, and she bought it for me for Christmas. But you know, that year she bought me the the conference championship hat. She bought me the Super Bowl hat. She bought me the Super Bowl jersey for my birthday. Like, she knew I absolutely loved the Giants, and she got that for me for Christmas, the football. But she passed away it was either September or October that year, and you know, it was months and months later that, you know, they're going through her stuff in closets, and they found a Christmas present for me, and it was like maybe March or April at that point. So my mom gave it to me, and that's my last Christmas present from my grandma, is that football. I know you're a Cowboys fan, but I mean, this is one of my favorite things that I own. After that, I have a couple of very rare pieces here. I have my tropical island, my volcanic island, which I need the volcanic island from for one of my decks, but the tropical island, very nice looking. The autographed Rushia card is I bought that from a friend for like $115, and I don't think the price has ever gone up on that in the past couple of years. But the most valuable piece between these three is the OP1 sealed box, because it's first edition with the blue bottom. So like, this box alone, like, let me go on TCG Player right now. Like, this one piece box is going for more than $1,000. One piece. Like, let me look up OP1. What's with all these things? Yeah, the Romance Dawn. Price high to low. One box is going for $1,500. The blue bottom. There are a couple of like Korean boxes unopened, Japanese unopened for like $150. Honestly, I would open a Japanese box. Like, why wouldn't I? But, and then you scroll down to 1,300, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. Like, this box is getting to the almost priceless area. And the funny thing too is, it looks like the Zorro that my wife pulled, that's going up. It's about $300 right now. The other Zorro that was $100, it looks like it went down to about $50. But I mean, that's a beautiful piece of my collection. And then, of course, my heavy metal collection that's kind of cut off down there. I have a bunch of autographed CDs. I have an autographed picture of Bandmade when they made their tour many years ago. They're still making new music apparently, which is crazy. A bunch of autographed CDs. My favorite one is my Battlecross CDs, of course, but I have an autographed Megadeth CD, autographed Striker CDs. I just need like autographs from Iron Maiden, and I'll be set for life. Can I ask you can you save and exit out of UMA for me? Yeah, let me do that. Let me just stare into your soul real quick. Alrighty. Can I ask you a sumo question? Kotoshoho came out of nowhere, but going forward, what about Kusano? I think if Kusano stays healthy, he'll probably shoot up the Banzuke like Takeru Fuji did. And I feel like with Kusano, we're gonna get a... Like, this is what Takeru Fuji would be like if Takeru Fuji wasn't struggling with injuries. Which I think Kusano's going to be really cool to look out for. I don't know what to expect from him, but he is strong. Let's see. My hashtags and my fan names. So, of course, every VTuber needs their hashtags for all of their different things. If you're an artist and you want to make fan art or discover fan art, use the hashtag LeoDart, LeoDart. You can see some of them up there. If you use AI art to generate art of me, oh, what am I doing? Use LeoDai, LeoDai, like that. Some AI generated fan art of me. I would greatly appreciate any kind of fan art. And then, of course, you, my fans, are going to be known as Leotards, because you are the tards that like Leo. This was originally I was gonna go with something a little stupider and more cringe, but someone else suggested, why not Leotards? And I'm like, yeah, that's a fantastic idea. You guys are Leotards. So now, if you are watching my streams and you find something funny, clip it, post it, use the hashtag LeotardClips. If you make a meme, you could put it under LeoDart, you could put it under Leotard memes, you could post it in the memes chat in the Discord, you could do whatever you feel like. Just let you know, you guys are my tards, my Leotards. My goals as a VTuber, and as I come back to this variety streaming, is I eventually want to make the variety content as big as the sumo content. I would love that, not just, you know, financially, but also mentally. Because let me tell you, going from 2,000 people watching sumo to 5 people watching this stream right now, it makes me a little sad, you know? I want those 2,000 people watching this too. But that is one of my major goals that I want to do. If I can't do that, join Hollow Live. That would be nice. I would like to make more original music. What we heard earlier was not an original song, but that was my English cover of a Japanese song by Garugamesh, and to my knowledge, no one else has ever done an English cover of that song, so I think I'm the first, which I think is pretty cool. Which, by the way, that and my new single, which I'm going to be revealing to you guys later today, or at the end of the stream, is going to go up on Spotify next week, so look out for that. I'll be sure to make an announcement in my Discord as well. I would like to make more original music, so I've made an original song with like a royalty-free track. What I'd like to do is actually commission someone to make music and make the music with them, you know what I mean? So that is a little expensive, so further down the line. I'd like to collect more retro games, so when I get back into this variety streaming, I'm going to be streaming more retro games. That's what we're going to be focusing on, and I'd like to build up that collection as well, my retro game collection. I just recently got like Ocarina of Time, Perfect Dark, Glover. My copy that I bought of whatchamacallit, GoldenEye for the N64 doesn't work, so I'm gonna have to buy another copy of GoldenEye. And it sucks because I bought it and I never even tested it for like weeks, and then when I finally tested all the cartridges, I'm like, okay, they all work except for GoldenEye. I guess we have to go back and let them know that it doesn't work or something. So that was dumb and weird, but I guess I have a not working copy of GoldenEye now. So also in the future, I would like to be a featured guest at a convention. Of course, that might be easier to do if it's more sumo related, but you know, at a VTuber convention like Off-Kai or whatever, like San Japan that happens down here in San Antonio, or whatever Phase Connect is trying to plan, I'd like to be a guest. I'd like to be invited to go. I'd like to perform live at a convention. Performing live has always been, you know, like when you're 5-6 years old, you're like, I want to be a rock star. But, you know, as I continued to grow and as I continued to, you know, build things up, being a live performer, singing on a stage in front of people, like, I've never done that before. I want to do that. That would be amazingly fun. My brother, he was an actor in high school and a little bit into college. He would sing, he would act in plays and things like that. He knows what it's like to be on stage. I don't. I was a bench warmer in football. I was a captain of the bowling team. I was never really a singer until recently, so that's something that I want to be doing. And then, of course, final big goal, I want to make it as a top indie VTuber and or join a corpo, whatever corpo it is, as long as I can bring Leo Dickinson with me. I'm sure it'll be great. How did you and Congo become friends? Just online? Yeah. We met online. I think it was a situation where we knew of each other but didn't interact with each other for a little bit because he came into my sumo stream, or I don't remember if I came into his stream or if he came into my stream first, but that's kind of how we connected. And then I don't remember, I could probably go back into our messages, but I don't remember how we started doing the sumo commentary together. But I guess one day I invited him on, like, hey, let's do the commentary together. And I think the first tournament we did it was like every night, and that really drained my like social battery, because I'm like, I have to hang out with someone every night, like, you know, not have to as if it's a bad thing, but like I'm gonna be hanging out with someone every night. And you know, some days, because I'm an introvert, like, so I don't, some days I just want to be alone, you know. So that's why we keep Congo on the weekends. But as we continue, what types of content do I want to make? I want to keep making my music. I want to make more heavy metal. I love my city pop playlist, and I plan on doing that again for this summer. Eurobeat and rock and roll, there's going to be some more of those covers. And I'm going to be doing some Christmas songs. There will be a Christmas album coming out this November. And maybe even some country, maybe whatever else comes to mind. I want to keep making music. Music is my favorite thing to make. As far as streaming goes, retro games is what we're going to be focusing on. Classics like Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy, Legend of Zelda, that kind of thing. And revisiting games that I have played before. We already did that with a couple of... Ooh, excuse me. We already did that with a couple of... whatchamacallit, like the Paper Mario series. And I did that years ago with Mario 64. I want to do that again with some of those old games that I haven't touched in a long time, like Mario 64, Banjo-Kazooie, maybe even Mario Kart, which I used to speedrun Mario Kart, fun fact. But yeah, do something like that. But I do want to focus on mostly games that I have never played before. And again, we already did that. Last year, I played Ape Escape a bunch of times. I played Ape Escape 1, 2, and 3 and had a blast playing those games for the first time. I'd be playing Kingdom Hearts for the first time. I'd be playing pretty much every single Final Fantasy for the first time. I'll be playing Perfect Dark for the first time. I'll technically be playing Rocket Robot on Wheels for the second time, but the first time I was like 6 years old and we rented it from Blockbuster, so that game is a fever dream. I don't remember jack shit about it, you know? Thanks for being cool and decent. I mean, of course. Why didn't I hear my, why didn't my sound alert go off? But thank you for the follow, Ghoul Pop. Here, let's play that again.
Yeah, I'll be like a lion and eat the genitals first. Whoa. What?
I also am going to be streaming sports watch-alongs. Of course, my schedule, we're not there yet, but I do plan on streaming on Sundays. And on Sundays, it's going to be football day when it comes to football season. That's going to be, we're going to sit down, we're going to watch the Giants, they're going to lose, I'm going to get sad, and then we're going to go back to our usual gaming. Again, I'll touch on the schedule a little bit later, but after that, you know, part of the retro games kind of are, I want to do like old Madden rebuilds, superstar modes. I am a hockey fan as well, so hockey watch-alongs could be in the cards, but most hockey games are like 10 o'clock at night, 9 o'clock at night, 8 o'clock at night, which Gideon is in bed, so what I might do is just like Discord watch-alongs. So that's probably what we're going to be doing there. Dallas Stars, ew. No, I'm a Flyers fan, believe it or not. The story of how I became a Flyers fan. Yeah, the Devils suck too. I don't like them. That's okay. But I said this last week on the Sumo streams, but being a Flyers fan and a Giants fan is kind of weird, because it's like, if you live in South New Jersey, you would just be a Philadelphia fan. If you live in North New Jersey, you could be, you know, the Giants fan, and you could get away with being a Rangers or an Islanders fan. Of course, Devils fan, because they're the New Jersey Devils. But when I was a very little kid, like 2-3 years old, we lived in Pennsylvania. And I guess during that time, that's when my dad had a hockey hyperfixation, because he has a bunch of jerseys that he gave me. Rod Brindamore, John LeClair, a couple other classic jerseys that I don't remember, but like he was a huge Flyers fan, and that doesn't make sense either, because he's from Arkansas, went to West Point for college. So like, what the why are you a Flyers fan? But my dad is funny, because he goes through different hobbies, or at least he used to go through a lot of different hobbies. He used to have an aquarium. He used to collect coins and stamps. He used to be super into chess. That's how I learned how to play chess. And I guess, again, during that time, he loved watching hockey. So that's why I'm a Flyers fan, because 3-year-old me watched hockey with my dad. And then, of course, moving out of the sports into other games. Like I said, I would like to mainly stick to retro games. But I mean, let's be real, PS3 is considered retro at this point. I do have more Dark Souls challenge runs that I would like to do. I've never played modded Dark Souls, so I could probably do some of that. EU4 achievement runs, now that we're kind of getting back into streaming and I have a block of 4 hours I could play, then I would like to play some EU4 again. It's just editing the videos takes so damn long. And of course, breaking the rule of retro games, any new games that come out, like, you know, the new Mario Kart. Honestly, I've only played like 10 minutes of the new Mario Kart, and I've got the Switch on release. I just haven't had time to play it. But Gideon has played Mario Kart. My baby has played Mario Kart. We just turn on auto steering, auto acceleration, auto item use, hand him the controller, and then he slams on the brakes. It's the only button he knows how to press. It's like, dude, come on. But again, I'll make exceptions for new games coming out, maybe like DK Bonanza. I don't own DK Bonanza, but I do absolutely want the new Kirby Air Ride, which Kirby Air Ride is a retro game at this point. The types of content that I'd like to make on top of what I already mentioned. More art. I like drawing, but I don't have a drawing pad right now. There was a good couple of months where I could draw consistently, but iPad is in use by an actual artist that takes commissions in this house. I like making music. I like, you know, I've been trying to write a book the past couple of weeks. I'm like 40 pages in, but got super busy with sumo and the baby and organizing all of this. And of course, trying to make that sumo game that I've been talking about for years. That's I haven't touched in months. So eventually we'll get to the sumo game. Community stuff I would like to do. I would like to get more involved with my community. Again, it's been hard because of baby, but I'd like to get back to the Drunk Gaki no Tsukai streams. Those were always a blast. I'd like to get back to, you know, party games, maybe in the Discord. Playing Mahjong Soul with people, playing Mario Kart with people. It all depends on what games people have, you know. So I'd like to get back into the more community interaction. I know Lord Stanley, before shit hit the fan for him and his family, he tried to organize the movie nights, which found mixed success because, again, it's hard to coordinate that kind of thing. But definitely things I will not do. I hate doing React content. I don't want to do React content. I don't want to make tier lists because I don't want to make low-hanging fruit type content. I think tier lists and React stuff are just super basic, super annoying. It doesn't add anything. Like, I just don't like it at all. I think it's stupid. And the people that watch that kind of stuff are stupid. And of course, I'm not going to make any drama content. Of course, I might make some drama because people don't like it when I use the word retard. But that's their problem, not mine. Do reactions. I'd love to see you react. I mean, I don't want to. If that's something that is demanded by my community, then maybe I will. Excuse me. I'm just stretching. Again, very little sleep last night. Where the hell am I? So my stream schedule, my upcoming schedule for the future. I would like to stream Wednesday through Sunday at noon to 4, because again, that's usually when Gideon takes his nap. And I prefer to do things while Gideon is napping. That way it's easier on my wife, so she's not alone with him all day, basically. From 12 to 4, a hard start time of 12, and then ending anywhere between like 2 to 4. Like, if we reach a natural stopping point, then I will stop. Like when we were playing Paper Mario, it would take like an hour or two to get through one chapter, even exploring and taking a lot of optional battles, you know. It would take like an hour or two to get through a chapter. It's like, okay, that's a good natural stopping point. So I don't know if I start playing something like Final Fantasy and it's like, okay, I beat the boss, that's a good time to stop now. Or I'm lost in this dungeon and I don't know what I'm doing, I guess it's a good time to stop now. So that's something that, you know, will be a little more flexible as the end time, but definitely want to start 12 p.m. Central Time, Wednesday through Sunday, especially on Sundays, because that's football day. That's going to be a hard 12 to 3. maybe move it back if the Giants have a 4 o'clock game, but I would have to double check the Giants schedule. So what I like to do while streaming is, you know, 5 to 15 minutes of letting people come in, letting people prep themselves, and of course, while that happens, that gives me time to practice the guitar, which I haven't done in days. What's the chord? Ha ha ha! Because I have a guitar here that I would like to practice, but ooh, one of those notes is off. Nope. See, I need to practice my guitar a little bit more. So, the start of the stream is probably going to be a little bit of guitar practice, just so I can get that in and call it content. It's actually pretty easy to pick up the guitar. The only issue is getting the stuff. So, for me at least, I found this like $50 guitar. I looked it up online, and people say like, yeah, it's good for the price, you know, it's cheap, you're gonna get it secondhand, because I don't think they make these damn things anymore. But I found this guitar basically left behind by my wife's dad, my father-in-law, and so all I needed to do was, you know, I went to a pawn shop and bought an amp. The volume doesn't work on it, but I just plug in my headphones anyway, and a cable to go from the guitar to the amp, which I don't even need, and you could also just get an acoustic guitar. So the guy I've been learning guitar from, I've been using his website, Justin Guitar. I've been learning chords and stuff with that. It's been very good. I've been learning a lot, and by learning a lot I mean I've forgotten a lot because I haven't touched my guitar in weeks. Take care and wash your hands. No, I will. Thank you for tuning in, Stubby, over on the YouTube side. But, yeah, I mean, just 10-15 minutes of guitar practice at the start of every stream gives people time to come into the stream, too, because not everybody shows up at exactly the stream time, you know what I mean? And then after that, like I said, gaming for 3 to 4 hours. I would like to, you know, for the shorter games, play 1 game per week. Longer games, obviously, multiple weeks. For the shorter games, because I know especially like some of the N64 games, like it takes like less than a day. Like I could beat Banjo-Kazooie in 4 hours. I could beat, you know, Mario 64 in like 4, 5, 6 hours. I spent, when I did my soft speed run of Mario, it was so funny because I died so many times in Shifting Sandland, and then, you know, I uploaded my speed run, air quotes, and when I was looking at, like, because, you know, for ASMR I like to go to sleep to familiar sounds, I looked up like a Mario 64 long play, and the long play was as fast as my speed run at 6 hours. So it's like, I kind of suck at this game, don't I? So if I finish 1 game within the week, I could also throw in another retro game, or I could try to, like, that's when I, what the hell word do I want to say? That's when I will fill up the rest of the week with something like Mahjong or like Mario Kart, you know, a game that technically doesn't have an end, you know. That's kind of the plan there. But again, for longer games like Yakuza, Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy, we're just gonna play those until we're done with them, you know. And I will try to start a new game or on that Wednesday. Like if I am playing Final Fantasy and it takes me like 10 sessions to beat it, Wednesday through Sunday, then that next Wednesday I'll play a new game. But if it takes me like 11 or 12 sessions to beat it, so I beat it on Wednesday or Thursday, then Friday, Saturday, Sunday is gonna be something different. So that'll probably be when I play Mahjong, or when I play, like, do one of my Madden rebuilds or something like that. So we'll figure that out as we go along. And then, of course, Sundays for football. And then at the end of every stream, I like to do a little wrap-up. But sometimes I just have to be like, all right, we're ending stream. Bye. Going away now. See you later. So for you guys, my audience, my Leotards, I am planning on shifting a few things around. But, of course, there will be interactivity with the channel points. VIP in chat also gets you VIP in the Discord. Like I said, I like to do some art, and these are some of my art pieces. This is my wife and Shota Leo. My wife again, and Leona, female Leo. But I would like to, you know, again, the interactivity with my community. I'd like to, what's the word? Encourage that with the channel points. Like I used to have a lot more like channel point redeems that are just like, say this thing, do this thing, whatever. But narrowing it down to the right things and the things that people will consistently choose is what I've tried to do. Are they all still paused? Let me double check that. Oh yeah, I have the tits thing paused because it uses up a lot of CPU, so I have to use the tits program again, the interactive throwing object mechanism thing. I am questioning whether or not I want to do a doodle for a redeem, because again, I don't have the iPad with me, and it doesn't take that long to doodle something, you know, like 5-10 minutes. I could do that winding down at the end of a stream, or like have one day where I pool all these doodles together and just doodle all day. But you know, again, I'd like to give back to my community a little bit more than just, hey, look at me, I am the reason why you're here. So, you know, again, we'll figure things out as we go along, and of course leading the raid to other people. I'd also like to start community challenges. Those are over on Twitch mostly, because I am also live on YouTube and Kick, where you pool your channel points for special rewards, community nights like Drunk Gaki no Tsukai or party games or things like that, larger merch discounts for you know, the community, which I'll get into the merch in a little bit, and you know, whatever else we can come up with, because you guys are the ones fueling me. So, you know, if you think of something and I like that idea, then we can do it. So credits for all of the models. Again, we don't have Kitty Leo right now, but T Gray did a good job on it. Original Leo was Milkana was the artist, and Choco Jax, longtime buddy, was the rigger for it. That was way back in July 2020. And Leona, the female model, done the art by Necro Deer. She's again a longtime friend of the stream. Rigger was Leaf the QT. She goes by something different now. I don't even know what it is. 3D artist was Laikui. She's an adorable German dragon girl. I think she's a dragon girl, but I haven't seen her around in a while. I hope she's doing great. Grem Leo was also Leaf the QT. Again, she's going by a new tag. I don't know what it is. The logo for Leo Dickinson was done by Visual Defect over on Fiverr. Did a very good job on that. Specializes in those heavy metal logos. The emotes, because I still have like 2 different styles of emotes in my chat. One of them was Meggy. Again, she goes by something different now because I got these emotes done like 5 years ago. And then Princess has redone a bunch of my emotes as well. And then for the Shota Leo model, Princess, my wife, did the artwork, and the rigger was our friend Dopey, who, that was his name at the time. He's changed his handle at least 10 times since then. I could not tell you what he goes by now, but he does great work on the rigging and makes a lot of his own fantastic Shota models. I would have to... Oh! That's you. Well, thank you. Well, now I can tell people that your name is Ghoulpop. So I didn't even realize it was you. Thanks. Well, let's see. The other thing that we're opening up is a new Patreon. So in my Patreon, I will have the Lion Sumo VODs, which I have 4 memberships on LeoDickinsonSumo, the LeoDickinsonSumo VODs. On Patreon for $1 a month will be the Lion Sumo VODs, exclusive behind the scenes videos for a little bit more expensive, exclusive updates about some of my projects, an exclusive Discord chat for Patreon users only. Again, that's at the higher tiers. If you're doing the $1 tier, that doesn't get you any of this shit, except for the Lion Sumo VODs. Suggesting a game and credits in my videos, because, you know, Patreon supporters are where it's at. And the suggest a game thing is, you know, if I can find / afford it. And then we'll be ending the things with a poll. I'm going to be posting a poll over on Twitter and Discord of what game I will play first for tomorrow. The 3 games that I have chosen out of our collection: Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, Pokemon Coliseum, which I have played before, but I played it so long ago that I don't remember anything about it really. And of course, Kingdom Hearts, because I've never ever played Kingdom Hearts before. And I feel like it would be a lot of fun to either tackle something that I've never played before, or tackle a longtime favorite that's always kind of in, you know, people are kind of always talking about Pokemon Coliseum because it's low-key the best non-mainline Pokemon game ever made. Like, I haven't played the Legends Arceus, but Pokemon Coliseum, that game was different. That game was dope. Yeah, after this, I think I have a little Q&A section here, but not too many people are in the chat, so if you have any questions, now is the time. If you don't have any questions, then we will be wrapping up the stream with one final reveal, and that will be my original song, which you can find on Spotify, coming out next week.
I want to explode. control. Don't wanna lose hope. I'm losing my soul. Oh, dug deep from the bone. I'm leaving this home. I want to explode. They all grow faster than you. Can you really stay sane? How does it eat away the worm inside of your brain? Don't want to lose my mind. Don't want to lose control. Don't want to end this grind. I want to beat you all. I'm losing control. Don't wanna lose hope. I'm losing my soul. Oh, dug deep from the bone. I'm leaving this home. I want to explode. You will not break me down. You will not steal my soul. You will not end my life. You will not gain control. I will smash everything before you have the chance to take what I believe. This is your last dance. I'm losing control. Don't wanna lose hope. I'm losing my soul. Oh, dug deep from the bone. I'm leaving this home. I want to explode. I'm losing control. Don't wanna lose hope. I'm losing my soul. Oh, dug deep from the bone. I'm leaving this home. I want to explode.
Thank you. Again, I plan on working with that songwriter in the future. I have a couple more of his royalty-free songs kind of lined up that I want to try putting lyrics over if I can, because you can do that if you pay him $20, which that's what I paid for that music. But I'd also like to work with him to make an original song, a couple original songs that I have in my head already. So, oh, I heard the baby. So, not that the baby is going to be ending the stream, but this does bring us to the end of my re-debut stream. I'd like to thank everyone for watching. I'd like to thank you all for coming out and supporting me. And with that, like I said, I will be putting up my poll in my Discord and Twitter for which game we will play tomorrow. Again, those three games being the Ocarina of Time, Pokemon Coliseum, or the original Kingdom Hearts. So that'll be it from us. Thank you very much for watching, and have a good day, everyone. We have to, well, now that the baby's awake, we gotta go grocery shopping, so perfect timing. Oh, I don't have any music playing. Bye.